Hi, my name is Veronica and I am a nurse midwife with many hats. I'm registered with the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria. I started my nursing journey in 2012 and then off to midwifery in 2016. From childhood, I've always loved to write. And when I got into nursing school, I got better in this skill by volunteering to write for church. I wrote for my friends. I wrote for anyone that cared to read. This also contributed greatly to my schoolwork. I was better at writing my case studies and research. Then in midwifery school, I began to explore writing on social media. I would write, fiction. I would write stories about my experience at work and also share lessons. I sharpened my writing skill by doing things for free for my colleagues and friends. I proofread their research, made corrections, wrote poems for them. I wrote personal statements, cover letters. I helped people put their CVs together and many more. And while I was doing this, I didn't realize the potential I was cultivating. After my midwifery school, I worked as a paid volunteer for the International Red Cross. And there I wrote healthcare stories, I wrote poems, I wrote reports, documentaries about my experiences while I worked in that remote, hard-to-reach, difficult environment. And some of these things have never been published, but I have them in my archives. And being a sucker for knowledge, each time I was off duty and not writing, I was researching about writing. I was reading up things, learning better. I was also researching how to land a profitable job with an NGO. I was sincerely tired of the strains of just working at the bedside. I felt like there was more to this nursing profession. I wanted to do so many things. I wanted to teach, I wanted to do research, I wanted to build innovations that would be valuable to the healthcare space without having to necessarily be at the bedside. I just wanted to explore, this profession outside of the clinical area. Then, after almost 3 years of working in a remote, hard-to-reach area for the International Red Cross, I then got a job with a reputable NGO here in Nigeria as a technical advisor. On this project, I was in charge of training, supervision, and support of the different interventions for my organization then. This is where I stumbled. I use the word stumbled. This is where I stumbled into leveraging digital technology for healthcare. I had a large number of people to support, and to make things easy, I started using WhatsApp to chat with the different providers I was supporting, get feedback from them. I was even sharing videos, I was sharing job aids. I was constantly, sometimes I had to interface with their clients directly, provide counseling via WhatsApp. And this made work a bit easier for me. I realized that this was yet an untapped opportunity for the healthcare space. Then after that, I got another job where I worked as an online family planning counselor for a reputable organization for their WhatsApp chatbot. And this is where I delved into telemedicine. I provided family planning and reproductive health counseling to a host of people, adolescents, young and older adults. And while on this job, I leveraged my clinical knowledge to make suggestions that became core solutions on the project. I also have some level of knowledge with graphic designing, so I designed some social media content for them. I wrote radio jingles for their advertisements, and I also did a bit of copywriting on that job. Yes, and I was paid for it separately from my basic salary as an online family planning provider. While on these different jobs, I was still learning. I was taking courses. I did a few courses that came with certifications. Some of them were in leadership and management in health and project management in global health. Then another job came. This job made me realize that I have fully transitioned into tech. I was not just doing telemedicine anymore. I was now building conversations for chatbots. from ideation to research to drafting to fleshing out dialogues, quality assurance testing, and finally the deployment stage. I was building conversations for a WhatsApp chatbot. That writing skill was now paying very well. I was now fully into medical writing and building conversations for chatbots. Still in that same company, and with my certification in leadership and management in health and project management in global health, I now moved up the ladder to become a project coordinator for my company. I currently work as a project coordinator for digital health solutions that are deployed in Nigeria by my company. In my story, I have a few things that stand out. The first is having a skill. The second is practicing with that skill, building on it, self-developing by taking courses, volunteering, the determination to do beyond the norm, and an insanely adventurous approach. Don't feel guilty if you desire to leave the bedside. Get rid of that stereotype. There are a lot of opportunities to explore beyond working in the clinical area as a healthcare professional. And don't be afraid to test new waters. I would say it's easy, but it's worth the try. See, your healthcare background will give you an upper hand in any space that is deploying healthcare solutions. And if or when you get scared, ask yourself this question: what's the worst thing that can happen? It doesn't work? Well, that's fine. You can continue to earn, working at the bedside, and keep trying and trying till you finally break out. So it's a win-win. There's no loss on any side. This channel will be dedicated to sharing information about exploring different health careers beyond the bedside, about work-life balance, about opportunities for growth, and many other things that encompass healthcare. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, let me know what you would like to learn in the comments, and share this video with your network. You don't know who you might just be helping. And see you on the next video.